Let me tell you something. One of the most difficult challenges you gonna face becoming successful is you gonna lose a lot of friends when you become serious about your life and about your goals and about you. See, what you gotta understand is everybody got two eyes, but nobody got the same view on life. Don't nobody want to be what you want to be. Don't nobody understand what you trying to be, so they don't get it. So the problem is your friends will say you changed when you reformation your life. When you changing your life to become, they don't understand. So they'll try to drag you back to the person you once was, but you ain't there no more. And it's gonna take some discipline when you test it. You're gonna have to overpower their persuasion from you trying to get to your destination and trying to get them back to the friend they used to know. But see, I'm gonna tell you something. Ain't no cloud when you look up ain't gonna be the same cloud the next day. It changes, life changes, things changes, your views change. The things you wanna do in life gonna change, and you got to change the people around you when you becoming. You got to divide your friends from your associates. Let me tell you something. Nothing can intervene when a seed is forming up to a tree unless that seed dies from the lack of good soil. So the human mind works the same way. If you're not in good soil, you will never grow. No matter how talented you is, no matter how promising you is, no matter how well put together, how built you is, if you ain't in good soil, you will never grow. So if you're around a bunch of negative people, if you're around a bunch of haters, if you're around a bunch of people that's drinking and smoking and you ain't drinking and smoking no more, if you're around a bunch of people that want to go to the club and hang out and you don't go to the club and hang out no more, you ain't never gonna grow. If that soil ain't correct around that correct seed, that seed won't be corrected. Understand what I'm saying? You gotta protect your seed and put it around good soil. The soil can produce a tree that lasts 100 years. And the bad soil that you place around that seed can harm that seed from breaking the ground and going up. You will never sprout around bad soil. You will never sprout around a negative environment. I don't care how positive you is. It's hard to think positive in a negative environment. You got to correct it.
What's up, everybody? Gibson's Lawn Service checking back in with another one. I don't know why this truck on my bumper. I don't know if y'all can see him. You might well get over because I ain't speeding up. But I wanted to put this video out here, and what it's about, it's like you give one person a quote on the job and they fine with it. With the next person, it could be the same job and they not fine with it. And I'm gonna give y'all an example of it. I'm gonna give y'all an example of exactly what I'm talking about. This is property I've been doing for like the past 3 years. With this lady, she was gonna end up. She told me last season. She said, hey, I'm planning on selling my house, so just keep it maintained, but I'm moving anyway. So she went ahead and moved. I still maintain the property. She paid me. Everything was smooth. Well, the end of the season came, and like I say, we just started the season again. I texted her, I hope all is well. I was just checking to see if you ever sold your property. She told me, she said, yes, I sold it, but I can give your information to the new owners and give a great recommendation. I said, I thanked her. I told her I really appreciate it. And the guy called me immediately. Well, he texted me, whatever. He said, hey, this is such and such. I talked to such and such. She said you was the guy that was currently maintaining the property. I was wondering if you wanted to take over and maintain it for me. I said, yes, no problem. I gave him the price and told him what the price was. And he's like, is that price per month? I said, no, so that's price per cut. I said, typically, I said, around this time, it's every 2 weeks. I said, when the summer months start, it's every week. He said, he texts back, that's expensive. Now, keep in mind, this is $1 million house. Literally, this is $1 million house. He said, that's expensive. I said, well, I understand. Thank you. And he wrote back, he said, well, can you do it for this price since this is the price you was doing it for anyway? I said, no, sir, I wasn't charging that. I was charging this. And then he texts back, that's funny because I just got off the phone with her and she told me that you was charging this. That's pretty weird. So what I did, I didn't have to. I could have left it alone. But here's what I did. The lady always PayPal me, right? After every cut, she would PayPal me. So I screenshotted all the receipts of her paying me and the amount she was paying. And I sent it to him. He waited a little minute and then he texts back, "Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I was texting the wrong person." No, before I sent the screenshot of the receipts of what she was paying, I said, "I'm just trying to be as honest as I can be, but thank you anyway." What I'm really saying is I don't want to do the project because I know from here on out it's going to be a headache. And that's when he wrote back, "You're right. I'm sorry. I was texting the wrong person." See, what people got to understand is I don't have a one price fit all. And it's like I said before, people will pay for what they want to pay for. He paid for that $1 million house, but he can't pay the lawn guy what I'm charging, which is fine, you know. I mean, he got the right to turn my price down, be it down or whatever. But like I say, I'm not dropping my price for nobody. And here's another tip. The yard you just seen me cut, I gave that lady a price. She said, "Awesome, great, put me on your schedule." It's like you got to find your niche and you have to find the customers that you don't mind catering to. Customers that want to haggle you on the price and complain about this and complain about that, man, drop them. Drop them and fire them because life is too short for me to sit here and stress on your property for this little bit of money you paying. Or even if it's a lot of money, it's not worth the stress or the headache. So, get you some good customers, work with what you got, and once you build up and you feel you can start trimming the fat, get rid of all those headaches.